Weight loss. The sound of this evil word summons fears and painful memories of biscuits, milk chocolate, and lonely nights with an ice cream tub. I hate my thighs. All by myself. But fear not, people. We will help you understand how to lose weight healthily and what the best option is. But first, let's take a look at those crazy diets that go in and out of fashion.
Over the years, some strange weight loss plans have come and gone. The cabbage soup diet gained popularity during the 80s, stinky and really unhealthy. The baby food diet has supposedly been a celebrity favorite, where all your food is pureed or substituted with pureed baby food. One of the most dangerous fad diets is the tapeworm diet, where people ingest juvenile tapeworms and wait until they reach their desired weight before taking medication to kill the parasite.
Last year, South Africa was ranked third in the world for having an overweight population, which has serious health connotations. Helping us understand this is health and wellness expert Lisa Raleigh and popular health columnist Dr. Darren Green. Welcome to Doctor's Orders. Darren, what are the serious consequences of obesity?
The big one is it's accelerated death by means of what we refer to commonly as the metabolic syndrome.
Okay.
And the metabolic syndrome comprises 4 main conditions: hypertension, diabetes mellitus, hypercholesterolemia or dyslipidemia, and then gout, with the risk of carrying around extra 10, 20 or even 40 kilograms daily. You place your body under tremendous stress.
Okay.
Both the soft tissues, in other words, the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments that are carrying that weight, and they are attached to the skeleton, the bony component of our body. And that, you can imagine, places tremendous stress on things like the knee joints,
yes,
the hips as well. So that's where people go wrong. They often present with injuries first due to the soft tissue. And that's from overexertion or the fact that because they picked up weight so quickly, in most cases, their bodies actually haven't learned to carry that weight.
Okay.
There are cases, however, when weight gain is very slow over several years and you just get used to functioning with it. But your compensatory mechanisms run out.
Yes.
And that's when you develop the health complications, which we've mentioned in the metabolic syndrome.
Yeah. Now, Lisa, is weight loss the actual problem, or is it body composition?
Definitely body composition.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't really focus on weight loss. To me, I'm way more interested in what somebody is made up of. So, for instance, the scale that is sitting here at my feet. This is my worst enemy, by the way. And this, for a lot of people, this is their absolute Bible. This is what they determine their success by, is the scale. So, if you had to have a lot of lean muscle tissue on your body and you had to stand on a scale like this and the measurement is high, you're going to get depressed.
Yes.
Okay, because you think that you're a heavy person.
Yes.
So I would like everyone out there to throw away their scales, just like that. And rather than just go by a scale, go and have a body composition test done.
Okay.
So this is what the machine looks like, and it's going to send an electrical current through your system, and it measures different densities of body fluids and body substances.
Yes.
So it'll measure how much fat you've got on your body. Visceral fat, which is something that maybe Darren can pick up on, very, very important. So it's your body fat, it's your lean muscle tissue, it's your bone mass, it's all of the composition of the body.
Yes.
Okay, because the more lean mass that you have on your body, the faster your metabolism is, the more calories you're going to burn whilst you're just relaxing. So, and that's what we all want. It's just for our muscles to be like a burning furnace, burning calories all day long. Another good way of measuring your success is to do centimeters. So a simple measuring tape costs you a couple of bucks, and you measure all the different areas of your body, and you go by how much you reduce in size, because muscle is small, compact, dense, and it takes up less space.
Okay.
Fat is airy, fluffy, takes up more space, but it's light.
Yeah.
Then also take a before photo. That's a great way. I mean, to scare you to
Motivation.
death,
Yeah.
you know, and then go by
And the
a pair
before
of-
photo, you have to be depressed.
Yeah, totally.
And then afterwards,
self-tan, all of that, yeah, big smile. So the scale is such a small indication. Rather go by all the other factors that can really motivate you that you are getting to your goal.
Okay, so people, that was just a demonstration. People don't actually have to throw away the scales.
Especially not off your balcony or something like that.
But just the
do need
important
your weight.
message is that the focus must be on lean muscle mass. It's not just specific general blanket weight loss.
Yeah.
You have to lose fat.
Yeah, and she alluded to visceral fat, which I think is quite important. And what people don't understand is the big problem with metabolic syndrome is that the more weight you pick up, And the more fat you actually gain, that adipose, which is fatty tissue, gets deposited as a padding blanket in between the kidneys, the liver, the gall, behind the gallbladder, and even around the gut itself.
Yes.
That then secretes inflammatory cytokines and active chemical substances that then trigger this metabolic process. And it's very difficult once those substances are released into the bloodstream to reverse the process.
Yes.
That's why it's very difficult to come back after gaining 50, 60 kilograms, for example.
Yeah. And in terms of surgical options for weight loss, obviously that is not the most important. I can see you, Lisa, I really like.
That's an option if, you know what I mean? That really has to be your last resort. And generally it's after weight loss and then you go and you have the excess skin removed. That is, to me, is the only way you should opt for it. Or if you've been diagnosed by your psychiatrist that you simply cannot lose weight, you've tried everything, you're desperate now, then you might need to look at things like gastric bypass.
Yes, that's
but that really is your last resort. There's so many things that you can do and try before
to lose
you get
weight,
there.
very important. I lost, I've heard of people losing 70 kilograms very, very quickly. They dump their boyfriend or something.
Yeah, you don't want to lose weight too soon, though. Just I know that's a joke, but you don't want to. You know, slow, consistent weight loss is actually the best way to lose weight.
So what's the place? I'm sure there's a place for surgery.
It is indeed. Someone stopped me at the shopping outlet the other day. A woman asked me, do I advise that she goes for gastric bypass surgery? And just expected a simple yes or no as an answer. And I'm afraid it's a lot more complex than that. One is to look at the individual involved. You've got to go and study the root cause of their eating. Some people are emotional eaters.
Yes.
The psychological manifestations of being overweight, being fat, and having a poor self-image has devastating effects on families, on marriages, on relationships, and even on the relationships between parents and children.
Yes.
Parents are supposed to be the examples of how to eat correctly, yet a lot of us use it as a bribing tool for favor with our kids.
Of course.
And it becomes quite difficult. So bypass surgery itself, you can imagine, there are complications on a psychological level that need to be looked at. You need to be prepared for the surgery. There must be a significant benefit versus the risk of having complete surgery, and that's what all procedures come down to.
Because the surgery is it's a surgery.
It's a major procedure.
And afterwards, people don't realise as well. I mean, I've had many clients in my past that have had the surgery done, and they didn't realise that their lives would never be the same. I mean, you can only eat tiny, tiny portions or drink tiny portions. You can never go out and have a buffet or have a pizza or anything. Your life changes forever.
So, any final tips?
Well, for me, the word diet is die and diet. You know, there's a reason that word's in there. It's to try and live more of a balanced lifestyle. So not to ban any foods out of your diet. Because the minute you say that you can't have something, that is all you're going to gravitate towards. But to rather have balanced meals, starting out with breakfast. If you wake up early in the morning, you need to try and eat something within an hour of waking, just to make sure that your blood sugar levels remain constant. A low GI diet, so having protein and carbs and fats in equal, well, not quite equal proportions, but if you're looking at a plate, half of your plate must be your fresh greens and salads and vegetables, a quarter starch and a quarter protein. So that should be at every meal. So breakfast is key, eating regular meals is key, never banning anything, because in my mind, if you do slip up or have a treat, as long as you fix it that very, very same day. Most people, that's a sabotage, and then they're like, okay, well, it wasn't perfect, so I'll start again on Monday. You know, they give themselves all these excuses what they've got for the rest of the week. I'll start again Monday. But go for a run, burn it off. Next day, you start again. Instead of saying, I failed, and so everything...
I can't do it now.
I'll start on Monday.
2015.
Exactly.
I think people should take ownership of their health. I think for too long we hide behind excuses as to compromise on certain things. And I think health and longevity and looking after your family starts with you. And I think we need to, be an example.
Thank you guys for sharing your expertise.